Hey guys, George here. We are doing our weekly video. This week we're going to be doing over how we break our 14-inch blocks, and just to show you some size and scale. I showed you a wall a couple weeks ago. These are blocks that we are breaking. We try not to break them as often as we can. You can see they've got a pretty good angle on them. A lot of times this angle marries up perfectly already, but we're turning a pretty tight corner, so we need to put another angle on here and then probably break our next rock just so we know we can make it. And you can see we've got the feathers in here and the wedges. This is kind of an old school method. So here are what your feathers look like. And then here's a wedge. So you set those down in that hole and then you smack up here with a hammer and that puts this rock under tension. One important thing is to make sure that these are pretty much in a straight line, as you see. You want to make sure that these wedges are pointed in the same direction, because if they're turned, you know, say this wedge here is more over here and it's kind of at an angle, that wedge is pushing this way instead of this way, the way we want it to break. So take a 3-pound hammer or better. I've got an 8, and it's not a hard swing, it's just a nice light tap, and get those pins under tension, and then keep going, and eventually you'll hear this rock start to crack, and then eventually it'll just pop from that pressure. I see a lot of guys swinging really hard at these. If you miss, you'll bend these wedges up or these feathers up, and then they're no good. These 3 pieces right here that make, you know, are good for one hole are about $10 a piece, and there's not really a local store to go get those. So we need to take care of these. Use a hammer drill, a Bosch or a Hilti, something similar to that, and use a great big bit like this, and then that will auger down in there, bust that rock up and get your holes, and then you can break and make your turns. So just a quick tip on 14-inch. As we're getting into some of our other projects, like I said, still have the iris video coming up. I've got some to take care of at the house, as well as probably some patio stuff and some seating once we get into that season a little bit closer. But thanks again. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to hear, and we'll talk to you next week.